Hello there everyone, this is I Am Mark 3 and welcome back to the Cute Kitty Simulator. As I dubbed it in the last video, which seems actually extremely appropriate for this one. Good kitty. I just still love that meow button, I really do. Alright, so, I am sad to report we have lost our companion bucket. As you can probably tell from the fact I am currently sitting in the elevator / warp bucket, which is what I'm going to call this thing for now until I forget. But the companion bucket we brought with us is no longer here. And the cat is very happy about that, as you can hear. That is because the game operates via a checkpoint save system, which I hadn't quite realised at the end of last time. So it actually rolled us back into the room we just came out of up there. And unfortunately the bucket is from a previous area, so we lost our little bucket. We lost our little bucket. We will survive, we will find others, but that was our bucket, darn it. Anyway, let's just trigger this. Say hello. Hello guys. Scared away by the sign of the friendly. And we are ready to proceed. Though, first off, I do have some comments to share from the previous video. So, first one from Bapple. Heck yeah, not seen the video yet, but thank you so much for covering this wholesome game. I hope you find all the memories. Have a great week. I'm glad there'll be more videos of this. Followed by a smiley heart face. I do appreciate the enthusiasm, and yeah, this game, I think this game has a lot of coverage, but at the same time, it just needs more. It's a kiddie game. It needs more. That's what I think. Next comment is from Happy Hafer. My first seeing the title. Wait, what? There is a kitten simulator? Basically. Happy Hafer then goes on to share a story. We have a cat as well. I can still remember the day we got her. I came back from school and my mother said, we will get a new cat soon. Oh, when will it be? In 2 hours. It's just like, Yep, a sudden surprise cat. It's our 6th or 7th cat we got over the years, though she is the only one we have right now. She's mostly outdoors since we are all at school or work most of the day, and she has this one trick to get our attention when she wants back in. She jumps at the window from outside and stands there while making noise with her paws and claws until we react. Imagine it's night and suddenly a bonk. You look at the window and see 2 glowing spheres hovering behind the glass, followed by ominous sounds. She is very effective at getting her will. That is a cat if I've ever heard it. And I will take that story and I will share a little bit of one of my own. That is that my family did once have a cat called Persephone, or Sephi for short. Mostly white kitty. She was fairly on in life when we adopted her. But she's got some odd black spotches here and there on her fur. The funny thing is about her, really, is that we actually got her as a therapy animal for my sister. I won't say more than that, but she was got from my sister. But over time, it actually wound up happening that Sephi became more my cat than anyone else's in the house. And this was actually due to the fact that I was the only person in the house that would actually let her into their room at night. The rest of the family kept her shut out, but Sephi would... I would let her in. She would come and lie down with me for a while whenever I was going to sleep at night. Or she would sit on the back of this comfy chair I had to sit in while I was playing on my console and my big boxy TV at the time. But she spent more time with me basically than anyone else in the family, though she was very affectionate to all of us. And she was a very patient cat, very calm cat for the most part, unless she wanted food. She also destroyed the corner of the carpet outside my bedroom door as well, unfortunately. But that's because that was how she got attention. If the door was closed, to the point where she couldn't get in, she would actually start picking at the corner of the carpet. And over time, she just shredded that corner. Because even if it was night, if I was still awake, I would hear her and I would nudge the door open just enough to let her push her way in. So she kind of wrecked that corner of the carpet just to get my attention. She never tried to get in from outside the window, though. Must admit. But yeah, it's been a few years since he died, though, unfortunately. But that was also after I moved out as well, so I didn't see her as much towards the end. But I liked her. She was a cute cat. And then moving on to our third comment. Yosemite Dan, why do you do this to us? Everyone else has been warned. Right. I was really worried there when you fell. I was dreading a possible catastrophe. Lucky you got back up and seemed to be feline fine. Things sure were hairy there some, though. I was thinking you might be in Chernobyl or something. Maybe just Catalina Island, though. It was all good regardless. No feral, I liked it. Somebody stop me. Lol. That just reminds me of the mask. Somebody stop me. And so you just wander past with a big yellow fedora. It's like... And those puns. I can't do puns like that, but I do respect people who commit to the cause, I suppose. Anyway, enough about that. Let's get moving on. Though I will say one thing quickly in response to Bapple's comment, though, which is that hope you will find all the memories bits. I feel like I might have missed some already, and I'm not the best at always finding everything going through, so I'm not going to try and make this a 100% completion run. LOL, look at me, OMG, I'm so good at games. I'm playing this game to chill and be like, yay, kitty, cute things. Okay, they turned it off, good. So, I'm just here to experience this game. That's also, incidentally, why it's a slightly slower release rate than the other one I've been doing at this time, Final Upgrade. Oh, hello again. You mean this... Oh. You seem a bit worse for wear there, buddy. Oh. I am truly a fearless hunter. I delivered the finishing blow. Look, though this poor guy was... He was being scavenged by those little bug things when he was helpless, basically, against them. I don't like that. Also, the odd music that suddenly kicked in. That's... I'm getting Akira and Ghost in the Shell kind of vibes, like Lonely Ghetto kind of thing. Like, something isn't quite right with this. No response. I lost my train of thought there. Oh yeah, right. This game, I've realised that I want to play this when I'm in a calmer frame of mind, a more serene frame of mind, I guess you could say. So that's why I'm playing it slightly less regularly than the other one I was playing, Final Upgrade, at the same time. Because honestly, that one is like go in, lose yourself. This one's experience, and I don't want to diminish that. So I'll take my sweet time with this. Hey, go this way. Oh, I can't go any further. Oh well. So yeah, this is a game I want to take at its own pace and in a healthy frame of mind. Because Kitty deserves respect. All hail our feline overlords. Meow. Oh, hello, there's another one. They are all over the place. Oh, okay, cutscene. Just looking around. Yeah. Oh. Oh. Yep, they have the numbers. And it tells us to run. Oh. Hello. Oh. And yeah, I get the feeling dodging is definitely a good idea. They are leaping at me. What are these things? All over the darn place. Oh. I'm also thinking head crabs. Half-Life. Oh! Get off me. Nope. Yeah, as soon as they latch on, it's like, you are dying kind of vibe. Are they coming from those things? Get off me. Just got an achievement, a little chatty. I think that's the one for... Oh, no, don't want to go that way. That's the achievement from Yang 100 times. What the hell is going on in this game? Why are these things here? If this is Chernobyl, are they the radiation cleanup crew? Oh, and get a slight nudge, but at least the hatch is closed now. That wasn't pleasant. Oh, okay, it wants me to go this way. But that was just... yeah. Something wicked this way looks. Actually, 40k, Necrons, Scarab Swarm. Maybe that was an inspiring thing there. I mean, well, they act the same kind of way. But then so do Zerglings, Zergrush. So I don't think I can give 40k the credit to this one. Oops. Nothing to see here. Moving on. Right. I'll go this way. Very okay, so I can get across there. I'm supposed to go that way. I didn't actually press out there, but the cat just meowed by it. I don't know if my cat's male or female, now that I think about it. Himself? Herself? Also, this is very hazardous. I will follow the signs for the ramen shop. I'm assuming that's a ramen shop. Oh, the atmosphere of this game. Okay, there's a dot there. Oops. Hello. I think I'm doing a good job just finding things to knock off the edge. Not even deliberately by pressing Q, I'm just walking into it and off they go. Also, sometimes objects just like to have a collision glitch and go flying like that. Good kitty. That way, okay. Another thing is, the memories Bappel mentioned, I don't know what they look like or have any idea what I'm looking for. That says, I think that window there, right? Oops. Yay! Safety! In a laundromat. Actually, no. To be fair, this is probably just a washing room. No, this leads outside. That is a kind of a laundromat kind of place. Now I'm just feeling lonely. Up here? Nope. So it is that one. Oh, that's the camera up there. Hello. And it nods. Okay. Do I need to get higher though? How do I do that? Oh. Physics puzzles. I really need to play Portal again too. God, I keep getting these little bursts of nostalgia lately. Even though Portal never had you walking around in a barrel. There we go. Okay. Up onto this very safe thing. Actually, why the heck would this thing be suspended over a living area like this. Workplace safety would kind of prohibit that. I don't know, I'm nitpicking now. Right. Do need to keep on going this way. Hello, camera. Oh no, not again. I don't think that quite counts as another life lost, so we're still on 8 lives, I would say. But that was... yeah, it looked safe enough. To a cat. As a human, I would never have dared try and do that. Then again, as a human, I'm very worried about falling, so... oops. Okay, that way. Hello. Good kitty. Push the thing. For some reason the cat didn't sound too impressed at me calling her a good kitty there. I guess I'm gonna call it her. I don't know. There's a camera. Alright. One thing I'm doing though is I'm trying to keep an eye out for alternate routes and things, like potential ways to explore a little bit, but not seeing much. I think that's a checkpoint whenever that flashes. That way, okay. Is there anything down on this one? Oh, I can get on there. Okay. Apparently this is the route I need to take. Fair enough. I suppose the big question is, why is someone able and going to such effort to get a cat to... I went completely the wrong way there. To get a cat to come to them. I mean... someone really wants this cat to try and come their way. Hello. Meow. I'm in the habit of just saying hello to every single one of those I see. I knew that sign didn't look safe. Ugh, jeez. Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep on climbing. Oh, I do need to go back that way, apparently. Unless... oh, I go through the bars. Never mind. Oh. I just went to that because it's like, in a corner, it glows. Ooh, I can interact with it. Click, and I didn't even know the fan was there. And I just accidentally solved the thing. Oh well, this is Mr. Battery. I'm now carrying Mr. Battery with me, or Mr. Power Cell or something. Oh, this is a... I'm guessing that I'm not meant to carry it with me because this is a no way back kind of situation. Oh, it took my battery away. Mr. Battery, no! Oh well. So we're now in the flat, according to the game. Not much going on here. What's going on? It's kind of run down. The fridge is a bit out of order. Oh. Ah, we must keep our hunting skills in practice. Fear me, threads. You will never take me alive. Right. Oh, there is a thing there. Oops, there goes the books. Oh. Oh, there's another way up here. Oh, I thought this was like, oh no, one and done, but no. Not really seeing where I'm meant to go. And so the mission continues. Make as much mess as possible. Oh, hello. Need help. Okay. Body required for download. Body required. Cat's excellent typing skills. Enter the door, turn on, find a body. Oh, so now oh, so I did have to muck around with the keyboard. Okay. So I need to find a body for whatever. Okay. I am not trapped in this facility full of robots. They are trapped in here with me. Ah! Okay, let's have a look around. We got little pluggy things. We got stuff. We got the camera tracking us. Something in the wire asking for a body. Oop. Okay. Do I need to find all the batteries? Is that what's going on? Oh, yeah, I think it is. Hello. Okay. Why didn't you let me bring Mr. Battery along with me from the previous bit when I pulled him out of the fan? That would have been quite a handy thing to have here, I think. There's one. Not sure where the fourth one is, but... Okay. My cat has telekinesis, apparently. That battery was way out of reach when I grabbed it. That's 3. Okay, now where's number 4? No, not back there. Ah, there it is. Oh, I needed that where it was. There we go. Puzzle solving. Truly, I am the master of games. Or at least getting things to move around. Okay, so if I plug this doodad in, there we go. What? Two things. First off, that chime made me think Zelda. Da 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 da. Second, why did that sound like stone when it moved? I'm fairly sure this is made of wood. Oh, whatever. But more importantly, though, ooh, bodies. Next to some kind of charging pod. Oh, unfortunately, I knocked his head straight off. Poor guy. Okay. Oh, I see. Right. Come on, kitty, you can do this. Drone companion. I see. This is a tau settlement. Very towish. Is there anything else in here? Don't really see much. Okay, moving on. Oh, there. Okay. Into the thing I powered up. Looks like a robot face. Built-in thruster. Oops. Oh, that didn't seem to work as intended. Oh dear. Hello? Some kind of anti-grav system. B12. Yep, pop. And playing dead. Very good. I think. It worked. I'm free. Thank you. Believe the cameras. A cat in the dead city. Okay, I think this is not Chernobyl then. Chernobyl was not an underground city last time I checked. I can't remember my name. It seems my memory is corrupted. Trapped in the electronic network for so long. Oh. So that works for a scientist who lived here? For now, call me B12. That it says on my exterior. It's dangerous in Dead City, but you seem like you know how to handle yourself. Let's see, we've faced the Necron Scarab Swarms. We ran for them, mostly. But this is worked for a scientist, so this kind of... Some kind of, well, either a robot or personality outside the network got shunted into the network and trapped there. Maybe even from that body we knocked the head off in that other room. But it's been there so long it's been losing its sense of self and its memories. But then it saw a living thing and basically sent out a desperate plea for help and led us to it. We saved this being, in a sense. I think that's my good deed done for the day. Now I can be a cat and just like knock things all over the place. Let's get out of here. Follow me. Okay. I'm no longer quite as alone as I was. Ah, and the door is open as well. What is that? Key unlocks the door. I remember that much. Let me get that for you. Very good. Battery low already. Come over here. Okay. More importantly though, some kind of... It didn't grab that key, so some kind of digital storage medium? You're going to have to put this on. Nope. Yeah, cat is not very happy with that. Not happy. Nope. Feels like unknown weight, doesn't want it there. No, definitely doesn't want it there. The backpack was designed for small quadrupeds like you. Is this uncomfortable for you? The cat just meows by itself, yes. Don't worry, you'll get used to it. Digitized the key and stored it in the backpack. So we have got our own digital storage system. So it's a slightly more technological / logical version of the magic satchel technique. We got the key. Okay, let's examine it. Oh, and now we've got a tab there marked memories. Okay, what are you then? Sensor detecting memory data at proximity. So there's something nearby. I'm guessing that's what it means. There's something nearby. If you're curious about an object, you can show it to me. Or to others, if we come across any. Let's get out of this flat. I think the first time I came across a digital storage was actually Beyond Good and Evil. At least I think that's the first time I came across a storage called that. But yeah, I feel like this might be his original body. It's written, I hope this will work. Oh. Is there a body in there? There's something leaking out of it, so there's something in there. There's something in there. Also, I don't know if you heard, but that was an alarm going off saying that I've been at this for half an hour. So... Just wondering about that thing. I'm guessing this is how I find memories, is I find the thing that looks like that, so... Engineering degree, belonged to the scientist I worked for. Okay. There's where Mr. Battery was. Nothing else. But this means I can now find out more about this world I find myself in. Which is always to the good. Oh, hello. Is that it? No. It has a palm tree in it. Not a cow. I'm kind of wondering why that talk icon appeared. Was it just because I was so close? Yeah, just because I'm so close to that. Okay. Got to puzzle out the intricacies of this game. Oh, purple means I can interact with it in some way. Okay. Oh, the screen no longer works. I think I broke it. Also, there's a golden cat there. Okay. Okay, that's done. And it's now gone from my inventory as well. Okay. 2 for torchlight. Oh. Dead Space. Reminds me of Dead Space. Oh dear. Of course. Of course, the game, it has to have a piano. To use digicode. Okay. I don't think I have a code, do I? So I don't remember seeing any numbers dotted around the place. My elite hacking skills will win this. No, we'll try that one. Okay, no. Okay, there's got to be something nearby that'll let me do that. Oh, here we go. Code equals. Got to do my thing with the paint can. Yeah, take that. 3748. Never found that without the flashlight, though. 3748. Ta-da! I'd have got it in nearly 4,000 tries. I would have got it without that help, yes. Oh dear, okay. But now we are back outside with our companion. Wow, look at this place. That elevation distance, that's important, I think. Yeah, that's it. I know we need to go up. Yes, we do. That's where the rest of my pack is. You know, I've not looked directly upwards before. There wasn't anything to see, really, but there's definitely some kind of artificial roof up there. Chernobyl is more advanced than I thought. Or not. Okay. More importantly, though... Whee! Oh! Do not look down. That is mildly concerning. Forget Necron, I think there's a Tyranid infestation going on. Oh, jeez. And then my bucket has left me behind here. Alright. Ah, here we go. I remember the outside. Feels like I've been there before. Is this where you came from? I promised someone I would go there. Promised who? This postcard. The mural was painted from it. Let's take it. Why do I have these memories? How did they get here? Let's keep going. It's traces from your previous self. Okay. 3% memories. And nothing else checks, so I think it at least tells you if you're in the right area for a memory. But never did anything else. Okay. Oops. So little B12 is trying to rediscover themselves. And that's going to be one of the running themes going on, I think. I can jump down there. I'm looking around for scarabs, honestly. Yeah, get down to that. So the bucket. And I think that was a save. I'm also like hearing these little squishy, scratchy things going on in the background. It's not exactly pleasant. And yeah, look at where I'm going. Safe zone. Are you sure? It doesn't look very safe to me down there. And if you look, you see the little scouts moving around over there as well. Though that said, there's also that's what the end of the episode. I decided I'll go with the timer and wait for it to roll forward as far as the next point where I think I've got a save went down. So I get the checkpoint. So that's how I'm going to play it from now on. So that's about maybe almost another 10 minutes on top of that video. Who cares? I get to spend more time playing as the kitty cat. I think that's what's important. Well said. So, this has been Iron Mark 3. This is my run through on Stray. Cute kitty simulator. Very atmospheric game, which I admit I didn't used to appreciate things like that, but atmospheric games, I've found appreciation for it in more recent times. So, I love the atmosphere, even if I really don't want to go down there. But I'm going to have to go over that and risk it. And hope that the rope doesn't break. I just jinxed it, didn't I? I just jinxed it so hard. But yeah, until next time though, when we find out if the rope breaks and plunges into the middle of all that. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you guys are enjoying the show, and I'll catch you all some other time. Ugh. See you all later.